I can't believe it's already the end of July! For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Dana. I am an artist and a stationery shop owner for Gem & Cozy, and every month I like to bring you guys along to share all of my spreads from the previous month in my very chunky junk journal. So now that July is over, we're going to do a nice little recap on everything that I created for my journal during the month of July. I actually finished June's junk journal recap with this growth tracker, which I was able to update just the other day for Lemon 8. Looking at the spread makes me realize how long this month felt, because this was the ticket that I got for the parking lot that I parked my car at when I went to the Georgia Aquarium. And I actually made a vlog about that and shared all my aquarium footage. I feel like my timeline is so skewed. I'm like, what? That was the beginning of July? It feels like it was a really long time ago, but also very, very recent. This is a pretty trashy spread. I saved a bunch of my sticky notes. I have been writing down random little quotes that I'm hearing and reading that I connect with lately and sticking them into my journal so that I can, I guess, look back on it. Before, I used to just read things and be like, wow, I really like that, and I would like heart it, bookmark it, and move on. But nowadays I've been writing it down. So this one was so funny. It says, "This heat made me realize that I'm not built for hell," because it's so hot lately. And I actually made a video with that caption on it because it inspired me to share one of my stickers with you guys. It really has been so hot. The crazy thing is, August is going to be the hottest month, typically. Really, summer has just begun in a way in Georgia. Oh my gosh. I also used a bunch of these little sticky note cover sheets. Whenever I order sticky notes, the cover sheets come on the top of the sticky note and they have little mini images of the sticky note that I printed. So I saved them and kind of scrapped them in here and then use it as a little checklist. I just realized this did not really stick. This is part of the packaging from a nearby bakery called Hansel and Gretel, and I laid it on top of my blue sticky note, and I thought it added a cool little dimension to it. I made this for the 4th of July, not for the 4th of July, I made it on 4th of July, and my nieces and nephew came over, so they are really into scrapbooking and journaling right now. I'm not really sure how it all started. I know that my oldest niece likes to watch some of my videos, so maybe I inspired part of it. I'm not really sure, but they were really interested in journaling, so they came over with all their supplies, didn't give us a heads up or anything, so my boyfriend and I were like, oh, we had no idea this was happening. So I sat with them and kind of glued down some things, but really I was just attending to them, so I wasn't really in the zone with my own crafting. But I did have some like home decor magazines, so I used some of the oranges and said I'm gonna make an orange and pink spread and started sticking some things down, but I didn't really finish it. I just sort of left it alone, and some of these spots kind of felt empty to me. But this page actually is really fun. I went back in and added my bunny blossom sticker, my mini fox ghosty, and one of my lemonade tags because I won one of their stuffies. It's like a big lemon stuffy. I should show you guys later. It's so cute. And the tag was really cute. So I put it in here. This is a paint swatch that I felt like matched really well with the orange vibe. And I actually peeled off all of my dog's heartworm sticker tracker and put them here. They have a little section on the back of their boxes with little hearts on them so that you can peel the stickers and track which months you gave your dog their medicine, but we never use it. These kind of spreads really remind me how you can use a lot of magazine pictures from furniture magazines or ads, and if you have big enough pictures, it really will anchor the whole spread for you with very minimal work. Oh yes, we have hit all of the Japan crazy spreads. So I recently went back to work on my travel journal, and my travel journal is kind of more of a structured junk journal. Like, I keep some junk from my travels, and then I also write down a lot of things like this from my experience. But when I went to Japan earlier this year, I had so much trash, and I think too much of it was calling to me, too much of it was too cute to throw away. So I had this mound of, I don't know, like wrapping and receipts and packaging, and I really needed to go through it and throw it away because it was starting to get really overwhelming and stressful seeing that pile there. So I got through my junk journal spreads, and then I had so many extra receipts that I wanted to keep that I decided to put them into this junk journal. So I have a bunch of receipts from places that I really enjoyed eating. I think this little cherry blossom packaging was actually the outside packaging of a mochi that I tried that was in a big, beautiful box, and the packaging was so cute, so I had to save it and scrap them. A lot of restaurants and businesses also provide stickers as a way of marketing, so I stuck some of those in here. There was this really yummy pastry shop that had a huge line outside, and we were like, wow, it must be really good if the line is that long. So my boyfriend and I just hopped into that line and only got one pastry, but it was actually really good. It was like a cream puff type of situation, and their logo is just a question mark. So it was like a white bag with a question mark, which is pretty simple and clever for marketing. People probably look at it in the bags and they wonder, what is that? So that was really yummy. And let me see, one of the coolest classes that I took during my graduate program for occupational therapy was a lifestyle redesign class, and we talked about a lot of different kinds of research about how to improve the quality of your life with very basic things. And one of the things that really stuck with me is how you can extend the amount of dopamine and serotonin that you get from a trip by planning for it, and also making collages or scrapbooks, photo albums, whatever it is, afterwards, because what you're doing is extending that trip and the joy that came with it. The memory making and the serotonin boost kicks in immediately when you start planning the trip. So if you can extend moments of planning from the beginning and then enjoy the trip and then continue to revisit the trip, whether it's through, a photo album, re-looking at your photos and videos, whatever it is, you're extending all the benefits that you got from that trip. You're getting all the mental health benefits, and that really stuck with me. So whenever I travel, I try to make a travel journal and revisit all the little things that I really liked. I went through a bunch of my Japan videos recently, and even though I know it doesn't really have like a very vloggy structured vibe to it, I still shared it on this channel because it was more so for me, and looking through all of that footage made me really happy. So I posted it if you guys want to watch it. I'm really not talking through a lot of it. It's kind of me just filming little tidbits of my experience and putting it all together in a little montage with some music. So feel free to turn that on while you guys are studying, reading, hanging out, journaling, whatever you'd like. My boyfriend and I really enjoyed the ramen street that was in the Tokyo train station. So a lot of restaurants are actually underground, and a lot of the food is really good. So we were only able to try one of them, and this was the leftover part of the brochure because I cut out the picture of the actual ramen spot we went to for my main journal. And I also saved random things, like they have a Pokemon store there. This is one of the Suica cards that we had. This was a matcha pudding that I had that I still think about. It was so good. It was at a ramen place, and it was at a chain ramen place called Ichiran, and they have them in the US, nowhere near me. I heard they have them in New York, but it's like a really fun introvert experience because they have all the seats individualized in cubicles, so there's walls between every little table and you never see your server. You actually get all your food from this little curtain that pulls up and down, and then they just give you your food and then close it so that you can eat in peace. So it's a very quiet and quick meal. And my boyfriend and I sat next to each other but had basically our own little stalls, if that makes sense, and we had to kind of peek over at each other to see what our food looked like. I got the matcha pudding, and I think it had pistachio in it too, and it was like a very soft flan-y like texture. So good. And my boyfriend's not a matcha fan, but he actually ended up really liking it. That was a really good strawberry scone that I also got at Tokyo Station. So I had all these random things like my Uniqlo receipt, and I got a Mickey Mouse shirt there, so that's the tag. And I just didn't want to throw away a lot of this. So since I had so much of it left, I thought, why not kind of scrap it in here real quick? And it was a very liberating and creative session. I didn't really think anything through. I was just sticking things down, and that made it extra fun. This is the ad and little paper that I got from the place I got the scone. And I also kept a lot of receipts from unique experiences like the Krispy Kreme, an omurice place that also gave me that cute little sticker, and also a dango place that was like much older. I think they've been around for a while, and their bag had this logo on it, so I wanted to keep all of that. I saved my tissue from the Peanuts Cafe and cut it up and layered it on here, and this pink part is actually the wrapping of a strawberry crepe that I got in the Harajuku area. They just have so much cute packaging, and as a junk journaler, you just want to take it all home, which is what I did. So I really needed to put it somewhere, and I'm so glad that I can show you guys all of this and revisit my memories again. I actually wanted to put together a full video of all of my Peanuts Cafe experience. It was so cute. Japan has a lot of themed cafes, so everything about it was Snoopy and Peanuts themed. I saved some extra food packaging, an Eki stamp that I got at the Tokyo Station. This was also a napkin that had the logo on it for Cow Cow Kitchen. Ugh, they do such a good job with strawberry flavors, and this was like another pastry that had like a whipped strawberry texture filling, like a custard or a cream in it, and it tastes like yan, guys. So good. So that was very memorable. We happened to see it when we stepped out of the Akihabara station, and I think it's a chain, so if you ever see that in Japan, I highly recommend trying one. These were some little notes that I took while I was in Japan, and it didn't make the cut into my journal, so I just saved it and put it in here. And this is like one of those like little yen shaped snacks. It's kind of like a waffle with filling in it, and they make it right there in front of you. It was just okay, but we decided to try it out as a little street food experience. And that was the last Japan spread that I made. I actually made all 4 spreads, 8 pages all together at once. I was just sticking things down like a madman, and it was really fun. I shared how I made this spread with you guys in one of my previous studio vlogs, so I won't spend too much time on it. I do think that this one turned out to be one of my favorites for the month because the blues and the soothing color, even the leaves from this little coffee drink package thing, like the cup holder on the outside, it all just flowed really well with the flower, my little very cute gelato sticker, the browns and the tans with the blue is really giving that beachy vibe, so I like it. Next page is already getting towards the end of July, so I've really been saving so many little quotes. This one says, "Joy is an act of resistance," and it kind of matches the "in a time of destruction, creation is a form of rebellion." And I think that they're kind of like sister quotes. So I'm debating putting this on a sticker somehow. I'm not exactly sure what it would look like though, so I haven't gotten around to it. I stuck some stickers on here from Gem and Cozy and wrote a little bit about my day. I think this was one extra Japan receipt, and so is the Pocky that didn't make it into this 4-page spread. So of course, naturally, it just ended up coming over here. I actually need to work on this. I'm planning on turning my seagull from my newest sticker sheet, which looks like this derpy seagull. I'm planning on turning it into its own solo sticker. So that's what this memo was about. And I'm planning on making the August theme for my monthly stationery club a summerween, like pre-Halloween vibe. So I'm really excited to do that for you guys. This sticker sheet took me so long to design, but I'm so glad that I committed to it, and I'm really excited to launch it. By the time you guys see it, it will be up. It's my Salt Air stamps, and all of them are about an inch tall, and then I put some extra mini ones at the bottom because I had space. And these are waterproof, dishwasher safe stickers. I printed 250 of them, so I'm so excited for you guys to see it, and I hope you guys like it. I'll probably make a new spread with those because I'm planning on a little beach trip, so yay for an upcoming trip. I also made a video for this one. I was experimenting with some journaling ideas. I've been seeing a lot more of these like washi tape collection spreads, and since most of my spreads are just so open-ended like this, sometimes doing something that's a little bit more put together is appealing. So I did that for the movies and TV show popcorn spread, and if you guys want to see a full tutorial of how I made these, I will put the link in the description. I'm using this as a summer tracker spread, so I'm writing down movies and TV shows that I want to watch or recently watched, and then I'm coloring them in once I watched it. So recently I watched K-pop Demon Hunters, the Final Destination movie, and my boyfriend and I finished The Big Bang Theory. So we're currently watching Yellow Jackets, which started off really strong and now it's kind of going downhill, sadly. So yeah. And then I'm watching The Summer I Turned Pretty, but not super invested. It just happened to start up when I needed something to watch while packing stationery club rewards, and I did enjoy the first season. I think the whole premise around like the summer and the nostalgia, girlhood, kind of like a coming of age, growing up type of story does have an appeal to it, but I think season 3 is feeling really different. It might be the release schedule too, because I do prefer to binge watch an entire show within a couple days, but for this season they split up the episodes and they're releasing like one episode per week basically, and I think that the gaps in between sometimes makes it harder for me to digest the story. Basically, I think I got too spoiled from when Netflix used to just launch an entire show, an entire season at once, and I would just get the gratification and satisfaction of watching all of it in one hit. But the way this is split up kind of gives me more time to pause and think about the things that I think I am appreciating less in certain shows and the way things were filmed, perhaps. So the storyline is just like a lot slower for season 3. If you guys are familiar with that show, it's following a group of kids who grew up together in a summer beach house, and a love triangle forms between the two brothers and a daughter from 2 different households. Their moms are best friends, and they spent every summer together, growing up together basically, and a little love triangle starts up. It's kind of like the Vampire Diaries, but without vampires. I completely forgot about this spread. I really enjoyed making this one. I've been journaling a little bit more over the past week, and this was actually one of those sessions that I went into just to have fun, and it really served its purpose of allowing me to be creative and not stress about journaling. It was just fun and laid back. So I recently finished the book Vera Wong's Advice for Murderers, and I wanted to write a little bit about it and put a little review. I used some stamp images from a USPS stamp catalog that I've been saving for the summer. This one has little ice cream and flower bouquet. I like that this one had the fruit and the butterflies. It just has such a summery vibe to it. So I just stuck them all on without thinking. And I was this big turtle on one of the spreads, and I was like, nothing has to match, and I just stuck it on there. The funny part was I had this packaging for some nail art stickers, and the back of it had all these cute little gold designs and some fruit on it. So I cut them all up and sort of stuck them on like little sticker confetti, and it actually ended up really putting that pop of purple together across the page. So I think that brought it together. This little tape design was an extension of me experimenting on the washi tape collection. So you can draw a little paintbrush or a paint roller and stick washi tape. The paint roller is spreading that paint, it's washi tape instead. So I decided to make this spread around this design that was already there. I put a mini book sticker from my shop here. I have no shelf control since it's a book review spread, and added some gold star stickers. I noticed that the gold star stickers really brings a lot of these spreads together, and they're very inexpensive because you can get so many in a small pack, and it just adds a nice pop. I might make some mini glitter stickers for the same purpose because I love it so much. It's like glitter confetti stickers. So we're on July 28th. This one is also very laid back. I think I just had some random trash that I wanted to work with, and I had a day where I had to take off part of my Monday because my friend decided to have her birthday celebration on a Monday. So, you know, when you only have a couple hours in the morning and then you have an event and then you're kind of like, I don't really think I can do anything today because I keep waiting on that event to happen, and then the whole day sort of gets canceled. That was kind of what was happening that day. I was wondering to myself if I would be able to get a little bit of work done before I had to go out for the lunch and everything, and this was me trying to like journal and get my day started. And I even wrote a little to-do list down here to see if I could, you know, motivate myself. I did a little bit, but I felt like that day was mostly a wash, which is fine. This little Manuka honey is from a face mask package. I really like this green. It's like a neonish olive green. It's not a color that I see often, and the smell of this mask is divine. Like, this is one of the best smelling face masks I have ever experienced, and my aunt got it for me, and the material is like really thick, so I think that this is definitely a higher end sheet mask, and I really enjoyed it. So I stuck that there. I used some scrap brown paper bags to just add texture, and it's really hard to write on these pages now that they're so thick, and my handwriting just like looks so bad when I'm trying to like write on a lumpy texture. So I did my best, not really. And this is my postcard for July Stationery Club Rewards, and I thought I could write on it, and there's more writing here. I made a little to-do list down here and checked off some stuff, and this is a little sticker from Happy Olive Studio. Last but not least is actually just a half spread. I made this earlier today. I went to the post office to buy a bunch of stamps, and I loved seeing the little names of the stamps. I actually went in there in hopes of getting SpongeBob stamps because those are new, but every time I go to the post office I feel like they barely have any stamps, and I feel so bad because I feel like I'm wiping them out every time I go. So I asked them what they have because I said I need to buy like 30 sheets for Stationery Club. So I ended up buying a bunch of different ones. I got the dahlias, I got the little bird with the little love letter, and this one is new, I think. The Appalachian Trail ones, which are so beautiful. So I thought, why not? I just try to add some fun pops of color to all my stationery club mail, which you can actually see right here. Like this one's the Goodnight Moon one. So they actually have like the names of it. It's like Dahlia's Love. So I bought a bunch of the Forever stamps and spent nearly $400. I stuck on some random sticky notes. This is from another stamp set with the baby animals. I might have some here. Sometimes the design has like a little sticker, so I'll keep it and stick it on one of my spreads. The Goodnight Moon one had a massive sticker in the middle, and a bunch of my stationery club members got them on their envelopes. Cute. So that is the end of my July junk journal spreads. I have maybe, what, like 20 pages left? So maybe this will get me through August and September, depending on how much I end up journaling. It's getting so thick. Holy crap. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. If you guys want to see more journaling content, let me know in the comments, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys next time.